Is encryption too complicated for your business? Hi, I'm Tony Anscombe, a security evangelist at ESET. Having worked in the security industry for over 20 years, I think it's good to keep explaining some of the security fundamentals. So is encryption too complicated for your business? The answer is no, it just sounds complicated. Encryption is not new. It all started with the ancient Greeks sending messages by substituting letters that could only be decrypted if you knew the secret key. It would be something as simple as shifting each letter of the alphabet to the left or right by a certain number of positions, i.e. creating the key. Since only the sender and the intended recipient of the message know the key, to anyone else, the message looked like complete gibberish. A couple of thousand years later, and you hear people talking about public and private keys, asymmetric encryption, AES, SSL, and so on. Sounds complicated, right? Well, the ancient Greek system required both ends to know the key. Today's encryption does not. Imagine an envelope that you can lock with a key. So rather than me sharing the key with you, I only send you an unlocked envelope. You place a message in the envelope, lock it, and send it back to me. Of course, I can unlock it as I have the key. This is kind of how public and private key encryption works. Starts to sound simple, right? If you want to secure the message further, then you just complicate the key. You make it longer, cut some grooves in it. That will stop somebody from opening the envelope. So encryption really is simple. To make things even simpler, some software has encryption built in. For example, WhatsApp encrypts messages automatically, stopping someone intercepting them in transit. However, not everything will be done for you, and not everything is in transit, so to speak. What if you want to encrypt multiple business laptops just in case one gets stolen? You will need to choose an endpoint encryption software solution, install it, and manage the keys, which may at first seem complex or resource intensive. It's important to select an encryption solution that has centralized management of users and devices to control encryption keys, and security policies used to secure the endpoint devices. Encryption does sound complex, but remember, it's just like that locked envelope. Another consideration is that your business may need to be GDPR compliant. That's the EU's General Data Protection Regulation that is enforced in May of 2018. Or you may need to adhere to other local legislation depending on where you're based. If you're storing personal, customer, or subscriber data, then you must encrypt it. Follow these principles so no dodgy cyber criminals can come along and steal it. And if they do, then they will just see the gibberish message anyway. The persistent criminal may even try a brute force attack in an attempt to decrypt the data. This is where they use technology to try and crack the key. If you have the right policy, management, and installation on the endpoint, you can sit back and relax. It will take them an eternity, and if they're lucky. Encryption and deployment for your business is simple. It will keep your company compliant with legislation, and more importantly, it keeps your company and customer data secure. For more business tips and tricks, check out welivesecurity.com.